Welcome back to the biology classes. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 7, unit 2. Okay, in unit 2, chapter number 7, structural organization in animals. Okay, so particularly we are focusing on the animals. So today's class, first we will start with the histology. So what do you mean by histology? So histology is nothing but, it is actually, histology is a branch of biology. Okay, so we are going to study of the tissues. Okay, not only tissue, their structure and their arrangement as well as their function. Okay, the study of tissues, their structure, arrangement as well as their functions is known as histology. What is histology? Histology is nothing but, it is a branch of biology which deals with study of tissues, their structure, arrangement and their functions. This is termed as histology. Okay, the definition of histology, it is a branch of biology which deals with the study of tissues and their structure, arrangement and the location and their functions. We are going to study in the histological part. Then coming to the that is tissues. Tissues are what? Similar, and they have the common origins. If you take the characters of these tissues, okay, the tissues are the common origin. They have common origin. Common origin and similar cells grouped in together and form common origin, common structure and common functions. Okay, these are tissues are considered to be as advanced multicellular. Okay, why it is called multicellular? Group of similar cells will form the tissues. Okay, group of similar cells will form the tissues. So it is called advanced multicellular. And tissues are derived. Okay, how the tissues are formed in the human beings, animals, living organisms, tissues are there. How they are prepared, how they are made, how they are derived. They are derived from three germ layers. That is, they derived from three germ layers. What are the three germ layers? In animal kingdom, you have studied about the germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Okay, the three germ layers are what? Ectoderm, mesoderm, as well as endoderm. These three important germ layers which will give rise to what? They are going to give rise to the different tissues, different organs. Ectoderm will form epithelial tissue. Mesoderm, it is going to form different organs. So tissues are derived from these three germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Okay, ectoderm, mesoderm, as well as the endoderm. And these are considered to be as a primary germ layers. Next, coming to the classification. Okay, so what are the classifications here? So five different classifications we can see here in the tissues. Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, vascular tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Okay, nervous tissue. So these are the five different types of tissues. Now, one by one, if you see, the tissues, especially the epithelial tissue, is derived from both. Okay, that is, they are derived from all the three germ layers. Derived from all the three germ layer. Epithelial is formed from the ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Okay, all the three germ layers are capable of giving rise to forming the epithelial tissues. What about connecting tissues? Okay, connecting tissue, if you see, all these three are made up of derived from mesoderm. Okay, even this is also mesoderm. This is muscular also, mesoderm. And the next one, nervous system, is derived from endoderm. Okay, nervous system is derived from the ectoderm. Okay. Understood? So, and one by one we are going to study in detail. Epithelial tissue, all the three germ layers, connective tissue, derived from mesoderm, vascular tissue, mesoderm, muscular tissue, mesoderm, and nervous tissue, if we take, it is derived from the ectoderm. Okay, it is derived from ectoderm. Now, let us start with the epithelial tissues. Okay, let us start with the general characters of epithelial tissues. Coming to the general characters. So the epithelial tissue acts as the covering. Epithelial means it is a covering, outer covering, for it protects the body from sun rays, from cold, from dry, from different, from water, everything. Epithelial tissue means protective covering. It is present, it is acting as a protective cover protective covering both for internal organs as well as external organs. They are epithelial means covering. Either it may be outer covering also or it may be the inner covering also. So it is present. Internal, we have some organs, right? They are also covered by epithelial tissue. Outer side, externally, like skin is also covered by the, means externally covering means it is going to cover the complete body. Okay, so this is the first epithelial classic general characters of the tissues. Next, they are derived as we have seen by three-germ layer, and the next one, they are considered to be as avascular. Why it is considered as avascular? No direct supply of blood from blood vessels. Okay, so if you take epithelial tissue, there is no direct supply of blood, so it is called avascular. Epithelial tissue is protective covering, inner organs lining is covered by epithelium, outer side body is also covered by epithelium, and they are avascular. There is no direct blood supply. Okay, there is no direct blood supply to the organ, to the skin. Complete epithelial tissue is not directly in contact with the blood. Okay, from the blood vessels. Next, after this, the epithelium inner surface, blood vessels, if the epithelium is present on the inner organs, inner surface, it is called endothelium. We are using the term endothelium and mesothelium. One more character. Now organ is there. Any organ lined by epithelium. If that epithelium is present inside the lining of the organ, it is called endothelium. If it is present outside covering of the body, it is mesothelium. It is called mesothelium. Okay, that is one of the important general character of the middle is called mesothelium, mesocerus. Next character, coming to the epithelial cells. The cells of epithelium is called cells of epithelium. They are considered to be called as epithelial cells. Epithelial cells. Now, epithelial tissue means there are group of cells. Now, that group of cells which are similar cells, they are called epithelial cells. Now, if you go through the characters of this thing, these cells are having definite shape. If we see the character of these cells, they have definite there is the cells which are present in epithelial tissue, they are having definite shape. They are arranged in so we are talking about the epithelial cells. Epithelial cells have definite shape, thin. Okay, the outer cells which are present, the outer covering of the cells will be thin. Okay, and intercellular space. Okay, interspace may be present or may be absent. Now, if we think the cells are arranged, the space may be present or may not be present inside the tissues. Okay, so it is thin intercellular space. One-to-one cells are attached one-to-one. If the cells, they may show some space, they may not show the space of the general characters of the epithelial cells. Okay, they are general characters of epithelial cells. And next, large quantity of, if you take the cytoplasm of these cells, the cytoplasm is occupying large space. Cytoplasm is occupying the large scale. Okay, so cytoplasm is occupying large space. Okay, and after this, so means the cells which are present, they have cytoplasm occupying large space. No basement membrane is there. Okay, and it may be granular or non-granular. The cytoplasm may be granular, ಗಂಟುಗಳ okay, the cytoplasm having granules or they may having non-granular. Okay, this is another, and if you see the cells, they are having only one nucleus, so it is called as uninucleated. They are called uninucleated. Okay, these are the general characters of epithelial cells, epithelial tissue general characters. Okay, after this they are uninucleate and they have large, prominent, and they are undergoing. So uninucleate, prominent nucleus, obviously it is present, and after this they undergo mitosis to multiply. Okay, to multiply. Okay, so these are the general characters of the what? Of the epithelial tissues. Okay, understood. So epithelial tissues, general characters. What are the general characters here? So general characters about the epithelial tissues. They are protecting, almost epithelial tissue is nothing but protective layer. Internal organs also, external organs also. Internal organs are lined by the, like body is covered by epithelial tissue, external organ. Organs are also lined, covered. They are called endothelium. Inside middle layer, which is occupying serous membrane, is mesothelium. One more, these epithelial are avascular. Why it is called avascular tissue? There is no blood, direct blood supply is absent for the epithelial tissue. So it is called avascular. And next, the cells present in epithelial tissue, that cells we will call it as epithelial cells. Okay, they are called as epithelial cells, and they will be having definite shape, and the outer covering of the cell is thin. Intercellular space is may present, may not be present, because if the space is present also, cementing will take place and the cells will be compactly arranged. Cytoplasm is showing large cytoplasm, and granular and non-granular is present, and they are uninucleated. Okay, they are having uninucleated and mitosis is present. Okay. So this is about the general characters of epithelial. Let us see the next, that is functions. Okay, functions of the general character. After the general character, next functions of the epithelial tissues. We have completed general characters of epithelial tissue. Next one. Coming to the first functions of epithelial tissue. So this will be first is for protection. The first function of epithelial tissue is one, that is protection. For what it is protecting? Especially the skin. Okay, it is protecting the skin and complete body part. Okay, the complete body is protected by epithelial tissue. Next function. Okay, one is protection. Next function is, that is absorption. Next function, absorption, means these epithelial tissue are capable of absorbing the nutrients. Okay, they have capable of absorbing nutrients. Okay, they are capable of absorbing the nutrients. Okay, they are capable of absorbing the nutrient, means they are playing important role in absorbing the nutrient. Useful substances. Okay, absorbing nutrients, useful substances. Okay, by kidney as well as intestine. Okay, so as you know, kidney absorbs water and some glucose, sodium, potassium will be absorbed there. Okay, and along with that, some electrolytes are also absorbed. And in intestine, nutrients are absorbed. So the way the absorption property is lined. Okay, they, that particular organs are lined by the epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissue is meant for what? For, it is meant for protection also, and next second is they are meant for the absorption. Absorption of what? They are meant for absorbing nutrients, useful substances like kidney, intestine and all. Third function of epithelial tissue is secretion. They are successful. These epithelial tissue are capable of secreting enzymes. Okay, that is enzymes as well as one more, that is hormones. Some glands are also lined by they are also lined by epithelial tissues. So they are capable of secreting some enzymes and hormones. Okay, these are the, they may ask you for 2 marks. Okay, 2 or 3 marks they may ask you the functions. Okay, next. After this, these also acting. Epithelial tissue also act as excretion. Okay, how epithelial tissue also act as excretion by removing unwanted nitrogenous substance. Okay, so removal in the form of sweating or in the form of different nitrogenous substance, toxic substance, salt substance will be removed. Okay, epithelial tissue is also acting as excretion. It has capable of removing unwanted nitrogenous substances. Okay, after that, transport. Next one, transport. They are also playing a role in transportation. Okay, how they are capable of transporting. Okay, like for example, ciliated is there. Ciliated tissues are there. Ciliated tissues especially present in respiratory, okay, respiratory and genital tract. Genital tract is nothing but reproductive tract. So these respiratory and genital tract are able to move the products, move the things. Okay, they are helpful for transportation. Okay, they are even genetic tract. They are helpful for transferring the gametes. Okay, gametes will be transported with the help of ciliated epithelial tissues. Okay, in the respirations also, in the respiratory system also, they are helpful to eliminate the dust particles also. Okay, so now epithelial tissue is also acting as what? Transportation. Okay, they are involved in transporting the substances. These two are involved in the transport of substances. They are involved in transfer of the substances. Next, after this, they are helpful for production of the gametes. Sixth one, and right here, sixth, they are also helping in playing another role in production of gametes. As I told you there, in genital tract, they are helpful to move move the gametes. So they are also responsible for the, especially germinal epithelium of the gonads. Okay, so these having the gonads. Gonads are nothing but what? Testes, ovary. These are the gonads. These will secrete the gametes. Gametes. What type of gametes? Sperm, egg. So these are the different functions of the what? Epithelial tissues. What are the functions of epithelial tissue? They are helpful for protection. The skin, the complete body is covered by the epithelial tissues. Then they are responsible for absorption. Okay, they are also responsible for the absorption, absorbing the nutrients. Useful substances. Kidney and intestine is lined by epithelial tissue which is helpful for absorbing the important nutrients, electrolytes or any other chemical including water will be reabsorbed. Next. These also helps in secretion. What it is going to secrete? Some gonads, some glands are also made up of these epithelial tissue. They will secrete hormones and some digestive system or any other organs which will secrete enzymes. So they are also lined by the epithelial tissues. So they are playing the role in secretion. And next one, they are also playing role in excretion, removal of the waste, removal of unwanted substances from the body is also from the epithelial tissues. And transportation. So here, especially ciliated epithelial, like cilium. Cilium means thread-like structure, which are usually present in respiratory system as well as genital tract. So, in the respiratory system and genital tract, they are responsible for the transportation of the substances. Okay, and also involved in the production of gametes. Especially, the gonads are lined by the epithelium, testis or ovary. They are lined by the epithelial tissue. They are responsible for release of the gametes, sperm, or it may be the eggs. Okay, next. Let us go for we have completed histology, we have completed tissues in that particularly epithelial tissue. Now again epithelial tissue are further classified into different types. Okay, epithelial tissue. Epithelial classification are of three types: simple, epithelial, stratified, and pseudo stratified. Simple epithelial, stratified epithelial tissue, so three different types of epithelial tissues we can see here. What are they? First one, that is simple epithelial tissue. Okay, simple epithelial tissue means if these epithelial are having, if they are arranged in single layer, okay, if they are arranged in the single layer, then it is considered to be as a simple epithelial tissues. Okay, simple epithelial tissue location, if we see, they are found lining in the digestive tract. Example, they are location where we can see digestive tract. Then after digestive tract, air sacs, like that is in respiratory system we have alveoli. Alveoli is also lined by the simple epithelial. Then air sacs of lungs, glands, kidney, blood vessels, etc. They are seen location, digestive tract, air sacs of lungs, glands, okay, kidney, blood vessels. Okay, blood vessels are also having what? Many glands, kidney, blood vessels are made up of simple epithelium. Means here, if why they are called simple epithelial? If they are having single layer. Okay, if they are made up of arranged in a single layer, they are considered to be as simple epithelial tissues. Okay, whereas if they are arranged, example location, if you see, what are the location? Digestive tract, lungs, and different simple glands, kidney, blood vessels. Okay, next, stratified means these are arranged in many layers. What are the locations where they are seen? Either it may be skin. All are having many layers, not single. Here if it is single layer, simple. Many layers, stratified. Okay, location, skin, mouth, tongue, esophagus, vagina. These are the different organs where we can see arrangement of the epithelial tissue in more number of layers. Okay. So structure, location, structure, location. Next one. Pseudo stratified. It is only having only one layer only. Okay, it is pseudo stratified is same like simple epithelium, but they do not they do not reach up to the surface. They do not reach up to the surface. Some glands are there. We can see the locations. Some glands. Okay, in the next class I'll show you the diagrams. Okay, pseudo stratified means similar like simple epithelium. Single layer is present. The thing is, they are not reaching up to the surface. Okay, so they are called pseudo means false. Okay, they are pseudo stratified. Okay, they are pseudo stratified. Then location, if you take some large glands, then upper respiratory, tract. Okay, large glands and male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. Okay, so what are these are the three epithelial tissues. Okay, auditory tubes are also having pseudo stratified. Understood? Epithelial tissue again classified into simple epithelial tissue, stratified epithelial tissue, pseudo stratified epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial tissue, if they are arranged in single layer, then we can see the location: digestive tract, air sacs, that is in the lungs, okay, glands, kidney, blood vessels. They are considered to be as simple epithelium. Stratified epithelium. They are arranged into many layers. Okay. Location, if you take skin, tongue, mouth, esophagus, vagina, all these are made up of more number of layers, epithelial layers. And pseudo stratified epithelial tissue have same, exactly similar to that of the simple, but they will fail to reach up to the surface. So, location: large glands, male reproductive system, as well as upper respiratory tract. Okay, upper respiratory tract. These are the locations of the epithelial tissues. So next class I will draw the diagram and I will show you and we can study again different types of epithelium. Okay, so further different types of epithelium we have. Just I will list out them. based on the cell shape, structure and function. Okay, epithelial classifications based on structure, function, classified into cuboidal, columnar, first cuboidal, columnar, glandular, means based on the structure, shape, structure and functions, epithelial are classified into cuboidal, columnar. I'll continue that. Sixth. Okay, based on the structure, shapes and function, epithelial tissue is classified into cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, okay, glandular epithelium, germinal epithelium, ciliated epithelium, as well as squamous epithelium and sensory epithelium. These are the epithelial tissues, okay, based on their structure, shape, location, function, they are different types. Epithelial are of different types, which we are going to discuss later classes. Thank you, students.